Hola! Welcome to Peace, Love, and Cooking with Des on FoodtokTV. We are doing pasta Fazool today. I'm very excited for this one. This is a comfort meal for me, something I would have grown up eating, and that's how I'm going to create the recipe today. I'm going to base it off of a classic style pasta Fazool, but then use the picture that I have in my mind of my grandma's pasta Fazool that she would make, and this is like 30 years ago. So that's how we're gonna do this recipe today. And I'm Des. Welcome in if you're new here. I am from Peace, Love, and Lentils on my page. This is Peace, Love, and Cooking. We make delicious plant-based comfort food meals that you would never know are plant-based. We've been working really hard at this for a long time. So come on in. I'll show you guys how to do pasta Fazool. And what we're gonna use for the meat today is one of my favorite meat replacements, plant-based crumbles. We're going to use dried soy crumbles, and we're going to reconstitute them and turn them into like a meat. We're going to make it from scratch. The only ingredient is dried soy flour. Isn't that cool? I recently discovered these only like this past 2 years, and I'm in love. So without further ado, let's get this going. If y'all can tap the screen, share out the live, welcome in. This is FoodtokTV, home of TikTok's longest running cooking show, Sunday Night Live with Kaz and Christine, every Sunday night, 8 p.m. Central Time. Hey Babs, what's up? All right, so we're gonna use 2 pans. We're gonna use the crock pot to make the soup, the pasta Fazool soup. And then while that's cooking up, getting together, we're gonna cook the pasta in there as well. Then we'll go over to our cast iron skillet and we'll make our mock meat out of the dried soy crumbles. Hey Adelita, happy birthday! Was it your birthday yesterday? Ow! And then we'll combine them. So let's get this going. I'm gonna put my crock pot on the saute function, the high heat. Happy birthday, lovely. Everyone, it's Adelina's birthday yesterday. Let's see. Ow, yes, of course. What's up, y'all? Did I miss any questions? Let's see what we got going on. What's up, Babs? How are you? Welcome in, everyone. We're doing pasta Fazool. And for the veggies, we're gonna use 1.5 large carrots, because the other half I'm gonna put on the salad. I'm gonna make a little side salad to go with my pasta Fazool soup. We'll do like a soup and salad platter plate. You know, I have the vision in my head. I have 1 local bell pepper, and I have 2 tomatoes. And then I also have a zucchini, an onion, and this is going to have a zucchini, an onion, and this is going to be our next cooking round. This is going to go in the crock pot. I have the cover closed. I have it on the high function on the crock pot so we can saute our veggies to create our soup. So let's see, I also have a little bit of tomato sauce, 8 ounces of tomato sauce. I have 8 ounces of veggie broth as well, and we're gonna make a delicious soup. I really wanted to get dark greens like kale or spinach to wilt in at the end, but I just didn't see any I was satisfied with at the store. So it doesn't have to have that. Thank you for the daily. So that's definitely something extra you can do to this recipe. Wilt in some dark greens at the end. But basically, pasta Fazool translates to pasta and beans, right? So really, whatever, veggie combination you want to do. And to me, the traditional pasta Fazool will always have the ditalini pasta, this shape. So we'll use this shape. It's going to be pretty traditional. It's gonna be delicious. So welcome in, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. This is Peace, Love, and Cooking on FoodtokTV. I'm Des. I'm a plant-based chef and cookbook author. My page is Peace, Love, and Lentils. I go live there and do cooking shows, and all the links are in my bio for my cookbook and for the recipes on here as well. The recipes, if you're new to FoodtokTV, after the live, they go on the website, FoodtokTV.com. And now, guys, you can even ask Alexa to get our recipes. I believe how you do it is you just say, hey, Alexa, give me the last 3 recipes by Peace, Love, and Cooking on FoodtokTV, and she'll give them to you. So, FoodtokTV.com. So, pretty cool feature. What's up, y'all? Happy Thursday. How we all doing? Dude, I was, the rain today, you know, it's the end of rain season. Hola, ¿cómo está? See, as it drops down, it was like storming, guys, and what am I doing? We are making pasta Fazool. This is Peace, Love, and Cooking on FoodtokTV. Welcome in. I'm Des. I'm a plant-based chef, cookbook author. My page is Peace, Love, and Lentils, and we're making a plant-based pasta Fazool soup that you would never know is plant-based. And what I'm doing now is I'm just doing like a little small chop, rough chop on my carrots. Let's see. I want them to be like that size, but it doesn't have to be perfect, you know, just like a rough chop is fine. And again, I'm going to do 1.5 carrots. So, yeah, man, you know, I love being outside, and now I don't want to set up inside anymore. It's so much better outside. But it's really tough with the weather. It was right up to the finish line today with the rain stopping. I had everything set up, and I was just waiting for it to stop trickling and just, you know, do the wipe down and get out here. It was literally right on time. I came right on at 5, so thank you, weather. And I will show you guys the beautiful co-host, the view, in a few minutes. We always joke and say that's my co-host. The gorgeous view right behind you here. Can you see this? This is a little garden. What's up, y'all? Welcome in. I'm Des. This is Peace, Love, and Cooking. So, this meal is going to be very nutritious. So we'll get our protein from the dried soy crumbles. The soy has protein. And then we have these nice carrots. I always pick my produce very carefully. I'm always getting locally grown. This pepper is grown from here. I have my fresh herbs that we'll put on at the end. The zucchini is locally grown as well. And my lettuce for my side salad is also grown here in Puerto Rico. So we're very mindful here with our ingredients. That's another part of our style over here in Peace, Love, and Cooking. We kind of do a minimalist approach as well. And with my tools and appliances as well. So what I mean by that is I pretty much only use the cast iron skillet, my crock pot, and my air fryer. We do not use a microwave here. I haven't owned or used a microwave unless someone, you know, mic'd my food without me knowing about it for like 15 years, something like that. So we don't use aluminum foil here, just lots of stuff like that. We're really, you know, mind, body, soul, put good in, get good out. And I love to show how you can have a meal that's completely plant-based and you would never know it because there's no, you know, there's no want on the flavor. It hits all the marks. So that's what we do here. Welcome in. I'm Des. Peace, Love, and Cooking on FoodtokTV. We are doing pasta Fazool. Thanks for the follow. So the sun is starting to come out now after the rain. All right, so I put the crock pot on high heat so I could use it as a saute function. So it's just about hot. Thanks, Babs. All right, so we'll put a little bit of oil I'm gonna use a little olive oil, just a little drizzle. Okay. And let's get this cooking. So in go the carrot, that's gonna take the longest. Hear that sizzle? So that was 1.5 large carrots. I saved one, I'm gonna use it for my side salad. So I'm just gonna put that to the side. I'm gonna throw this carrot out to the iguanas. What's up, guys? Thanks for all the shares. If you guys can, tap the screen, share out the live. It's also appreciated. Welcome to FoodtokTV. I'm Des. This is Peace, Love, and Cooking, and we're making pasta Fazool. We're doing a very traditional style pasta Fazool, but completely plant-based. And I'm making it how I remember my grandma's. She was one of the best chefs, best cooks I ever had the pleasure of having their food. And you know, her mom was from Italy. My grandfather's mom that I knew until I was 17 was from Italy herself. So I grew up eating a lot of these like traditional Italian meals, and I'm going off of my grandma's. I could, from 30 years ago, I could see it on the counter, so I'm gonna my best replicate it. All right, let's see if I can see over here. You guys can see? All right, so the carrots are just in there doing its thing, and I'm just gonna cover it while I get the other veggies ready. So I have 2 Roma tomatoes, and again, just like I did with the carrot, I'm just gonna leave myself a couple of slices for my side salad. So that'll be good. I'm just gonna put this to the side for my little side salad. All right. And you could boil your tomatoes and, you know, take the skin off, but I thought about it, but I'm not gonna do it this time. I don't, you know, it's not always necessary. Sometimes, so like you don't have the skins, but I'm fine with it. And we're just using 2 tomatoes. What's up, y'all? Okay, the crock pot's yelling at me. Let's see. Oh, what am I doing? That's a good tomato. Alright guys, welcome in. I'm Des. This is Peace, Love, and Cooking on FoodtokTV. I'm making pasta Fazool. We are doing it completely plant-based. We're going to get to the really good part in a minute. I'd love to show you guys these different things. The dried soy crumbles, so we're going to make our own plant-based crumbles. You know, there's always that talk on how, you know, the meat substitutes are unhealthy. You know, a lot of them are. But there are some good ones, you know, out there. And we talk about that on my page, Peace, Love, and Lentils. But what we're gonna do today is make our own from dried soy crumbles. So the only ingredient is dried soy flour. That's it. That's the ingredient. So, and I'll show you, and then we're gonna reconstitute it, which means add a little bit of water at a time to soften them up because they're really hard. And then we'll just season it like you would a ground meat, cook it like you would a ground meat. You're gonna see, like, you're gonna be like, what? That looks like ground meat. I use this at my events and pop-ups for my tacos, and people are always like, oh, that smells so good. That's not meat. It's like, I've been working at this. It took me forever to find these dried soy crumbles. You know, I've been living this way for over 10 years, and the dried soy crumbles I only discovered like 2 years ago, and I'm obsessed with them. They're amazing. So my carrots are already like starting to cook up. Can you see? So let's start adding everything else. Where's my... And then we'll season it up and we'll get this going, and then we'll work on our plant-based meat. Let's see, how am I doing on time? What's up, y'all? Welcome in. I'm Des. If you're new here, this is Peace, Love, and Cooking on FoodtokTV. FoodtokTV. is home of TikTok's longest running cooking show, Sunday Night Live with Kaz and Christine, every Sunday, 8 p.m. Central Time. We have creators and chefs that go live every single day with all different kinds of content. So if you're not already giving us a follow, definitely do that. If you like cooking shows, there's something for everyone. Let's see. Looks like we have a flash goal. Ooh. There we go. Alright, there's an easy flash goal. There we go. Alright. You're new? Hi, Rick. Welcome in. I'm Des. You're watching Peace, Love, and Cooking. I started at 4 p.m. Central Time, and we are making pasta Fazool. It's completely plant-based, but you would never know. That's my style. I make comfort food that doesn't contain any animal products, and you would never know it. I'm a cookbook author. That link's in my bio. My page is Peace, Love, and Lentils. And my name is Des. Welcome in. And then today, you're new too? Oh, no, you're not. Adelina's the birthday lady. And then, so after me today, guys, don't go far if you want to see another cooking show. We have Trini up after me. Trini cooks. 7 p.m. Central Time. 30-minute comfort food meals. What's up, guys? All right, so I'm just doing a rough chop. This is a local pepper. And this is similar, guys. I know it looks a little different because I'm in Puerto Rico, this pepper. This is it's just like a bell pepper. It's just like a little milder, just a little lighter. I actually love eating them raw. It's really nice. But also, you know, they could hold their own. It's a pepper. So I'm just going to throw it in here. And we can get our soup going. All right, so we have our carrots, our tomato. Pardon me. Can't really see. Hold on. Ah. There we go. It says, don't mess. When it's a good thing, don't mess it up. All right, can we see that? Okay. Carrots, tomato. Let's get our pepper in. So 1 bell pepper, 1.5 large carrots, 2 Roma tomatoes, a little bit of olive oil. What's up, y'all? We're making pasta Fazool. So this is our veggie base. We still have it on the high. Let's see. Just let that kind of cook up. But of course, let's start giving it the seasoning love. So let me see. There we go. Any questions, y'all? We are making pasta Fazool. See, I messed up we'll get it back. Hold on. Thanks for all the likes, guys. What we got? 7.5K. Can we get to 10K taps? Can you share the live out? Welcome in, y'all. This is FoodtokTV. I'm Des. The show is Peace, Love, and Cooking. And this recipe will be available on FoodtokTV.com. And all the links for all that kind of stuff is in my bio, Peace, Love, and Lentils. You can directly go to my recipes. Ow! What's up, guys? You can ask Alexa. Alexa, give me the last 3 recipes from Peace, Love, and Cooking on FoodtokTV.com, and she'll give them to you. Isn't that cool? All right, guys. Let's get this going. Buen provecho. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. I'm Des, and we're in beautiful Puerto Rico. If you're wondering, this is a soursop tree behind me. All right, so seasoning love. Let's go. I'm getting little droplets of rain. All right. Can we see? Ready? Let's give it the seasoning love. So in here we have the 1.5 large carrot chopped, 1 bell pepper chopped, 2 Roma tomatoes chopped, cooking up a little bit with a little bit of olive oil. And now let's get it with the seasoning. So nice good amount of garlic powder. We're gonna make this a nice, hearty, flavorful pasta Fazool soup. All right, Italian seasoning. Okay. Nice, I'm just like, can you see, giving it a nice amount. And then, so garlic powder, Italian seasoning. Let's hit it with some dried oregano. It's like a teaspoon. And let's hit it with a little bit of red pepper flakes. Just do a little pinch. And salt and pepper. So, a little bit of the Himalayan pink sea salt. Just a pinch. You could always add more. And I'm gonna add a little black pepper. Hey, welcome in. I'm Des. This is Peace, Love, and Cooking on FoodtokTV. We're making pasta Fazool. Good on the seasonings for now. We're always doing it, right? It's like I'm always saying, like, building the flavor, especially when you're doing like a one-pot meal like this, like a hearty soup. So, smelling good. That's how you know too that you're doing well with your on your seasoning game, right? So, got that. Now, so you guys can see, right? It's starting to smell good. Oh my gosh, yum. Okay. So now we're gonna add our liquid, okay? So I have a small can here of tomato sauce, 8 ounces. So I'm just gonna add that in. And since it's just plain tomato sauce, I'm gonna kiss it with garlic powder. So this is actually, she said, Stacy said, is that a pressure cooker? No, so this is my favorite ever, like, crock pot. So it's technically a rice cooker. It was only like $34. I bought it years ago, and when I first came to the island. And I've had a lot of crock pots. I love crock pots. I've had all kinds, expensive ones, Ninja, you know, and this is my favorite. And it's technically a rice cooker, but it has all the functions. So if you ever see one like this, guys, I make rice in it, but then I also use it as a crock pot because it works that way. And it's just amazing. So, sorry, I love this thing. All right, where are we at? So I just added the tomato sauce and we added garlic powder. So now we're gonna add our veggie broth. And I have 8 ounces here. It's a veggie stock that I got. I'm gonna add all of it. And you always want to double check when you buy veggie broth or veggie stocks, because some of them, you know, they're not vegan, they'll have weird ingredients in them. You always want to check your ingredients on everything. What's up, Eileen? What you making? We are making pasta Fazool. And we're doing it like a very traditional style, but plant-based. And this is something that my grandma would have made when I was young. And I'm creating this recipe right now as I go. And I'm using, like, you know, a classic pasta Fazool recipe. And then I'm using my memory of seeing hers on the counter. So that's how we're going to come up with this recipe today. And then it will be available on FoodtokTV.com. Thank you for the follow. What's up, guys? Can you tap that screen? Let's get to 10K tap. Share the live out. This is FoodtokTV. Welcome in. I'm Des. This is Peace, Love, and Cooking. Oh, nice. It looks good already? All right. We got to get moving. We're not even close yet. We're like halfway there. All right. So, it is actually kind of looking good. All right. That's awesome. Okay. So, Oh, it's smelling good. We have everything, our veggies. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna shut it off because it went over, it went off and switched over to warm. So I'm gonna put it back up to high heat and let it come to a boil. And then we'll add our ditalini pasta and it'll cook right in there and it'll be delicious. Yes, and you're cooking in nature outdoors, Eileen says. Love it, right? My first couple of shows were inside in my little kitchen, and I was just like, no. We got to use, and that's what I was saying today with the rain season is just ending. So it was right at the finish line to come on, to be on time, but we got there. I'm like, I am not setting up inside. I'm like, this is the spot now. So, okay. So this is the fun part. The crock pot is on high heat. We have our sauce, our soup base going. We just want it to come to a boil, and we'll add our pasta, which will take like 6 to 8 minutes to cook. And then meanwhile, we're gonna make our meatless crumbles from scratch. So easy. And we'll cook that up with our zucchini, and then we'll put it together, and it'll be a delicious pasta Fazool soup. So let's do it. What's up, y'all? Happy Thursday. Let's tap that screen. Get to 10K taps. Happy Thursday. Salud. All right. So, oh my gosh, I almost forgot. No, we're gonna add that. We're gonna add that after. So I have my beans here. It's basically a cup each of the large red kidney beans and then the small white beans. They don't need to cook up, they're already cooked. These are canned beans. If you could use fresh that's already cooked, even better, absolutely. But I'm gonna add these in after because this looks perfect for cooking our pasta. So we're gonna bring this to a boil, cook our pasta in here, and then we'll add everything together. So we put this to the side. I'll hear it when it comes to a boil. And now I'm bringing over my skillet, but let's chop up the zucchini and onion first, really quick. What's up, Trini? Trini is one of our creators on FoodtokTV. She comes up on after me. Her show is at 7 p.m. Central Time. What's up, guys? And I'm Des, and this is Peace, Love, and Cooking on FoodtokTV. How are y'all? Hey! We're doing pasta Fazool, and I'm just chopping zucchini. We're not putting this in our pot with everything because zucchini, what's up, Met Chef? Zucchini cooks up like instantly. So we don't, and it'll turn into mush. So we're just gonna chop this like small because this is a soup. So just kind of doing it like that, little chops, little cubes. And we'll put this in at the very end because it cooks right up. We're gonna add it to our meatless crumbles when we're sauteing them in the cast iron skillet. So let me just get that chopped. This is one zucchini. Boom, boom. There we go, good to go. And I'm gonna do half an onion. That's half an onion. And then we'll do our plant-based crumbles. I can't wait to show you that. We're gonna make our own plant-based crumbles from dried soy crumbles. It's gonna be so cool. I'm still nerd out over this ingredient. All right, so we just chop this onion real quick. So this onion is for when we saute our meatless crumbles. It really helps with, making it so similar to, like chopped meat. The onion, cooking it up at the same time with the meatless crumbles together, it just really creates like an umami taste. Like, So that's what we're doing with the onion. What's up, y'all? Let me know if you have any questions. We are making pasta Fazool. Thank you, Miro. What's up, guys? We're making pasta Fazool, completely plant-based. You would never know it. It's gonna be so delicious. I'm really excited to share this one with you. This is something I would have had as a kid that my grandma would make, and we're making it similar to what she would make. I can still see it in my head from 30 years ago, so. Okay, oop, let me get away from that onion. All right. We're waiting for our water to come to a boil. Not quite there yet. Let's do our, let me get rid of this knife. Now we're done chopping, I think. And now we're gonna do our plant-based crumbles. So let me grab that. You know what, I feel like I'm cheating you guys. You haven't had any co-host time today. While I grab the crumbles, let me turn you over to our co-host, the beautiful view here. There you go. All right, guys. How is that? Did my co-host treat you okay? Where are you located? In beautiful Puerto Rico. Bienvenido a todos. What'd I miss? All right, y'all. I'm Des. This is Peace, Love, and Cooking on FoodtokTV. We are in Puerto Rico. This is my home. Welcome in. Es mi casa. Hablo un poco de español. Bienvenidos. Mi gente, ¿cómo están? And we are doing pasta Fazool. So this is the fun part, what I wanted to show you guys. We're making our own plant-based crumbles. What's up, little PLC? How are you? So right here, I have about a cup and a half. I wanted to do like 2 cups. I didn't have my measuring cup. I'm just gonna put a little bit more. Hey, what's up, little PLC? How are you? We're doing pasta Fazool. We have our soup base going. I think it's starting to boil in the crock pot right here. I have 2 cups of dried soy crumbles. We're gonna make this into our own plant-based meatless crumbles. And the water, I believe, is boiling. So let's switch over to this really quick. It is, and we'll add our pasta. So let's give this a stir. So we have in here 1.5 large carrots chopped, 2 Roma tomatoes chopped, 1 bell pepper chopped, small can of tomato sauce, 8 ounces tomato sauce, 8 ounces veggie stock, and we brought it to a boil. We seasoned it up nice, you know, garlic powder, salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, and we let it get to a boil, and now we're gonna add our pasta. So it's still boiling there, perfect. Let me grab my pasta. And I have the ditalini. So for pasta Fazool, it could be any small macaroni, but the ditalini, I think, is the best for like the traditional pasta Fazool. So I poured out like a cup here. Okay. And we're just going to put it right into our soup. Guys, if you're just joining, I'm Des. This is Peace, Love, and Cooking on FoodtokTV. We're making pasta Fazool. So I just put in the cup of dried pasta, the ditalini, and this is at a boil. We'll let that cook the pasta. Could we get a timer? Do I have anyone in the room that could give me a 6-minute timer? Let's see, what time is it? And we're just going to let that pasta cook in there. And now we're going to do our plant-based crumbles. We're going to make them from scratch, and we're going to cook them up. So I'm going to put the slow cooker over to the side here. And I'm going to bring over the cast iron skillet. There we go. I already have my onion chopped, my zucchini chopped. I'll put this over here. I have my beans, small white beans, red kidney beans. Okay, thanks for that. Is that line? Hey, Marie! We're making pasta Fazool. Perfect timing. Right now, we're going to make our meatless crumbles from scratch. So here we go. 2 cups of dried soy crumbles. The only ingredient in this is dried soy flour. That's it. So all I did was put the dried soy crumbles. Hey, cat dog! Perfect timing. Y'all are here. Awesome. So we're going to make our own plant-based crumbles. So 2 cups of dried soy crumbles. Let's give it the seasoning love. So I told myself, since we did all the seasonings in our soup, for our meatless crumbles, let's just do the healthier adobo, or you can do the, chicken seasoning. They're all pretty much vegan. It's basically the flavor profile is, ground celery, onion powder, garlic powder, so it gives like a chicken flavor. Hey, what's up? So we're just going to do that on our meatless crumbles. Oh, I did forget one thing in the fridge. And then let's hit it with a little... Hold on. No, that's okay. All right, let's going to do a little onion powder. I would do onion powder if I had it. I don't. Just going to do a little garlic powder. What's up, bacon or brown sugar? Hey. And I'm going to put a little bit of paprika in here. This is going to be like our meat. Yes, beautiful weather here. It was storming. It is the end of rain season. So you should have seen me waiting, because I'm not cooking in the small kitchen anymore. It's outside. It's outside or bust. So I'm so glad the weather changed just in time to go live with y'all. Okay, so the healthier adobo, garlic powder, paprika, okay? And no salt because that adobo is already salty on its own. And now I'm going to add the liquid stuff, but I did forget in the fridge, we're going to put a little bit of ketchup in here, believe it or not. So let me just go grab that and give you the co-host again. I'll be right back. All right, thank you for waiting. Thanks, little PLC. Isn't that beautiful? It's a nice view, Des. I just love being out here. I call it my little secret garden. There we go. Now we got the good view again. All right. What's up, guys? If you're just joining, I'm Des. This is Peace, Love, and Cooking on FoodtokTV. If you're not already following FoodtokTV, go ahead and give us a follow. We go live every day, multiple creators. Tap the screen and share the live for us if you can. We are making, if I could get it in the view, there we go. Right now, we're making plant-based crumbles. Hey, Rita, everybody's here. We're making plant-based crumbles from scratch using dried soy crumbles. We just gave it the seasoning love. It's going to do like a tablespoon of ketchup and Cat Dog, you're the one that loves liquid smoke, right? Have you ever used liquid smoke? This is going to give it, hello, what's up, brown sugar? This is going to give it a smoky smell and taste. Thanks for the daily. So I'm going to put this right in here, like a teaspoon. A little goes a long way. I wouldn't go too much on the liquid smoke. So that's like a teaspoon. And then, pretty good. Give it a mix. And now we'll reconstitute it. So all that means is add a little bit of water at a time. So here's my water. And I'll show you. So you can see ahead of time, right, how it's super hard. You know, these are dried soy crumbles. So what we're doing is we're reconstituting it, we're softening it up, bringing it back to life. And it's going to look like a chopped meat, you'll see. So let's keep adding the water and stirring. I think, what am I at? Almost on my timer, right? It's smelling good. So I'm just going to peek in here and give this a stir. Pasta's not cooked yet. I'd say it needs like 2 or 3 more minutes. So, see, I want to show you guys what it looks like. Can you see? So, it's bubbling away. I'm going to add like a half cup of water. And let's see. So 3 minutes on this and our pasta should be cooked. So put that back. And back to our plant-based crumbles. And we're going to cook these in our cast iron skillet, and then we're going to combine it. So we're almost there. I still lots of crunch. So we just do a little bit at a time because we don't want them to become soggy. We want them to be just like a chopped meat. So we do a little bit at a time. Anyone ever had these before? Like, these are new for me. I've been living this way, plant-based lifestyle, for over 10 years now. And I just discovered the dried soy crumbles like 2 years ago. And I'm obsessed. They're so cost-effective. They're so easy. What's up, Forged? We're making our own plant-based crumbles out of dried soy crumbles. The only ingredient is dried soy flour. That's it. And we just seasoned it up with, you know, typical seasonings you would use for meat. And then we added a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of liquid smoke, and now we're adding water in small amounts to reconstitute it, to soften it up. Hola, Bea, ¿cómo está, chica? ¿Cómo va? I'm excited. Me encanta. Pasta Fazool, this is something that I grew up eating. Who here, has anyone not had pasta Fazool? I feel like, have you guys had this before? We're just about, yeah. Ah, thank you, Forged. All right, so let me show you guys. So we are there. So see how it's soft? There's no more. Actually, I did feel a little crunch. So a little more water. You want there to be no crunch. This is how we're making it, so it's like a chopped meat. I'm telling you, I make this all the time when I had my fast food window. That's how I discovered the dried soy crumbles. And it's just like chopped meat. People are like, that's not meat. Like the live. Thanks. Guys, let's get to 10K taps. We're at 9K. If you share it out, tap the live for us. It's so appreciated. I'm Des. This is Peace, Love, and Cooking on FoodtokTV. What's up, y'all? Welcome in. Let's see. Yes, there we go. Okay. Let me go wash my hands, and we're going to cook this up. So see, doesn't it look like chopped meat? And do you see what I did with the water? A little bit at a time until there was no more crunchy. And I had to like feel it with my fingers to make sure there's no crunch. So now I'm going to put my cast iron skillet to medium heat so we can cook up our crumbles and get this soup all together. Let me just wash my hands really quick. Happy Thursday. Okay. We got. Alright, let's check on our pasta. I have my cast iron skillet. I'll bring it up in a minute here. I have that coming to a high heat. Let me just pull out. Thank you for the daily. Let's pull out our soup. We're cooking our pasta in here. Oh, yeah. Hey, who is that? B. Adams, what's up? Alright. I'm so excited for this. So, you know your pasta is cooked when it starts floating to the top. When you start seeing pasta pieces coming up to the top, that's how you know your pasta is cooked. So that's definitely happening. This is like at a rapid boil. So I'm going to go ahead and lower the heat to slow cook. And now we know our pasta is cooked. So let's put our beans in. So we have 1 cup of small white beans, 1 cup también of kidney beans, give it a good mix. Yes, thank you for that, Forge. You can find all these recipes on FoodtokTV.com. This recipe is not posted yet, but it will be up there soon. And the link is in my bio on Peace, Love, and Lentils. You can click the link in my bio and go straight to FoodtokTV.com and have access to our recipes. And you also now can say, hey, Alexa, give me the last 3 recipes by Peace, Love, and Cooking on FoodtokTV.com, and she'll give it to you. So, lots of exciting ways to get our recipes. Also, I did write a cookbook. That link is in my bio as well. Peace, Love, and Lentils. Let me pin that. And we're making pasta Fazool. We're almost at the end here. So we just added our beans. So let's add a little more seasoning, love. So definitely Italian seasoning. We roll with the punches over here. So Italian seasoning with my garlic powder. There we go. A little more garlic powder. Because remember, we just added 2 cups of beans to this. So we got to It's always building the flavor, right? So the garlic powder, Italian seasoning. Thanks, Forge. What's up, y'all? And a little dried oregano. And remember, we have the cast iron skillet getting hot right here. Like a nice medium heat. Medium to medium high, so we can cook up our crumbles. Okay. Yes! Love it! Yummy! Here for it, Ford says. I'm so excited for this one. This is going to be such a hearty, rustic meal. And it's a soup. I love, you know, this is how, like, a big part of my style. One pot meal, make a lot of it. You know, save it, fridge it, freeze it, and with the cooler weather coming, I thought this would be a great recipe to have on hand. So, right, I love soup. Yeah, that's such a big part of my cooking. I love doing hearty soups and stews like this. So, let's shut that and just let it all the flavors get together. It's on low heat. And let's go over, let's bring over the cast iron skillet. It's getting hot now, perfect. What's up, guys? I'm Des. This is Peace, Love, and Cooking on FoodtokTV. I'm going to put some oil down. The cast iron skillet is on a medium to medium high heat. Spread the oil. And let's put our onions down. And this is how I always pretty much do my meatless crumbles this way. And it really makes them so similar to a chopped meat. The onions, sauteing them, and then adding the meatless crumbles, it really helps with the flavor. And we're going to add another little squirt of liquid smoke when it's hot to really give it that smoky smell and taste. Yeah, it was just, I'll double check. I think it got better, right? And I think it's the, give me 1 second. I think I know what it is. Yeah, it was, okay. And it's, okay, good. All right, we're getting there. Okay, so, where's what is this? Always, guys, metal on the cast iron skillet. The kittens, it's not hard. They're freaking, where are they? They're wild. They're a trip. Because they're like, you know, they're like feral. I didn't start taking care of them until they were like a month old. So it's a funny situation. They're like trying to be house cats, but, you know, they live that hard street life. It's fun. Yeah. Ah. Hey, Grat! Everybody's here. What's up? Okay, so I have my yellow onion chopped and some oil in my cast iron skillet. It's already getting soft. Amazing. And let's put our crumbles in. So plant-based crumbles, guys. This is just from dried soy crumbles. We reconstituted them, seasoned them up. Let's get it in our hot pan. We did 2 cups. I'm just going to do an even layer so it cooks up. It doesn't take long. And we just want it to brown up. So I'm going to go ahead and cover it. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and add our zucchini into our soup. Since zucchini cooks right up, I was going to put it in here. but I changed my mind. So I'm just going to add the zucchini right into our soup pot. Thanks for the follow. We're making pasta Fazool if you're just joining. I'm Des. This is Peace, Love, and Cooking on FoodtokTV. What's up, Babs? This is going to be so good. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's smelling good. Okay. So exciting. All right, hold on. So, let me show you guys. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt and pepper right now to this. And shut the lid. And then we're just going to add the plant-based crumbles and it's going to be done. Thank you for all that. Appreciate you. So let me see. Let me just clean this up really quick. Pull this out. Get back to our good setup. There we go. There we go. Pasta Fazool. I'm going to put a little bit. Let me just wash my hands. Thanks, a little CLC. What's up, y'all? I'm Des. This is Peace, Love, and Cooking. We're finishing up pasta Fazool. The recipe will be on FoodtokTV.com. The links are in my bio. Peace, Love, and Lentils. Thank you for being here today. We're about to plate this up. It's going to be so good. We're just cooking up our meatless crumbles. We're going to check on that in just a second. I'm just going to wash my hands. Okay. All right. So, a little bit of sea salt. Okay. All right. So, a little bit of sea salt. And a pinch of black pepper as well. Give it a stir. And we'll shut the lid and just let that zucchini cook up. But zucchini just takes a couple of minutes, so. Just let that all get together. Thanks, a little PLC. Alright. Shut that, put it to the side. Let's see, what do they look like? Metal on with the cast iron so that it doesn't stick. Oh yeah. Yes. Okay. So that's what I want. See the browning? You see that there, the browning? That's what I'm going for. What's up, guys? We're just browning up our meatless crumbles that we made from scratch, from dried soy crumbles. We seasoned them up, we constituted them with water, and now we have them in our hot skillet. We put a little bit of olive oil, 1 chopped onion, and we're just letting it brown up. Smelling good. Okay. So I'm just raising the heat slightly. 10-second cooking school, you could have diced the zucchini and roasted it. It'll stay firm. Yeah. We were gonna put it in here, but we changed our minds last minute. We're very roll with the punches. So I'm gonna add, because we're running out of time. My channel is Peace, Love, and Lentils. That's my channel page. So we're almost running out of time. That's why I didn't saute the zucchini up, or I would have. But it only takes a couple minutes to cook up, and this is a soup, so that's why we did that, just to save time. So, liquid smoke, I just raised the heat to a medium-high heat, and here's our liquid smoke, just a little bit, so, like a teaspoon. Because when it's nice and hot, and you can smell the smoky, and it really makes a difference. It really makes it like meat. Thanks, Forge. That's my page, Peace, Love, and Lentils. Let's pin that. Thank you all so much for being here today with me. This recipe will be available on FoodtokTV.com, and the link is in my bio to go right to the recipe. This hour goes by quick, man, I tell you. Yes, these crumbles. I was saying that, you know, I've been living this plant-based lifestyle for over 10 years now, and I just only discovered these 2 years ago. It's such an underrated product. I'm in love. They're amazing. I'm obsessed with them. They come dried, super dry, super safe, and then you just flavor them and reconstitute them with water until they're soft and cook them up like meat. So, as you can see, it's getting cooked up now. Perfect. Let's just give it a taste. Alright, moment of truth. And we gotta taste our soup. Ooh, they look pretty good. Waiting for Rachel. Yes. So good. Yum. Seasoning's good. It's like a chopped meat, guys. It really is. Okay. Just clean up a little bit. Okay, guys. It is time to put it all together and taste the soup. Who's excited? Grat, you still here? Alright. Oh my gosh, it smells good. It looks good. So let's add our meatless crumbles right in. And this is like a cup and a half of dried soy crumbles. Yeah, what's up, Grat? What do you think? Do you like pasta Fazool? Who likes pasta Fazool? Who's never had pasta Fazool? I feel like there's got to be a few that have never had it. Okay. We mix it up. We are quite thick, so I'm going to have to add a little bit of water to it. Yay, that looks good, Grat. You want a bowl? Are you going to come to Puerto Rico? Forge says, if you're not following FoodtokTV, give us a follow. Wow, we got up to 21K taps. Thanks, guys. Last time I looked, we weren't even at 10. Thanks, y'all. What's up, Top It Out? Everybody's here today. Your timing's impeccable. We just made pasta Fazool. I just added a little bit of water so it would be more soupy. So a little more water. Some of that extra veggie broth for the flavor. And let's hit it. Since we just added water, garlic powder, Italian seasoning. Italian seasoning. Thank you for that, Ford. Ford says, follow our lovely host. Oh, you already did it, thanks. Italian seasoning, garlic powder, and stir it up. Always with the dried oregano for that flavor at the end. And I just realized I only put one small pinch of red pepper flakes. It needs another pinch. I like that little, like, back essence of heat in dishes like this. If you don't like it, just leave it out. But it really doesn't make it spicy. It gives the flavor of the tomato sauce. Okay, so we got all of that. Mix it up. And let's taste it. Let's see how we are in the flavor. Buen provecho. It's delicious. It doesn't need anything. It needs a bowl. I'm excited. Okay. So, since I just added all that stuff, I'm just going to let it with the cover on for a minute. And let's get our plating situated. So, let me see. I was going to plate this a few different ways. I think because of time and stuff, let's just do it like this. Ow! Thank you for the daily. Just put it in a big bowl, and I'll show you guys, and then I'll do some other plating for pictures when I get off. We'll just put it in here and take a taste. Ow! Thanks, guys. Let's see. Yeah, I don't gotta do all the fancy stuff. All right. Hello, hey guys. Guys, any questions for me on what we made? We made pasta Fazool, plant-based. The recipe will be on FoodtokTV.com. I'm Des. My cooking show is Peace, Love, and Lentils over on my page. This is Peace, Love, and Cooking on Foodtok TV. Up next tonight, don't go too far, we have Trini coming up, 7 p.m. Central Time. Trini cooks 30-minute comfort food meals. So, without further ado, let's plate it up. What do you say? Hola, Marilyn. Bienvenido. Alright. Let's do it. Boom. Let me see. Do the real deal soup ladle. Let's go. Pasta Fazool. What do you think? Alright, so I still gotta make it pretty. I can't just put it in a bowl and be done with it. Hold on. As I'm saying that, like, you're so fancy. I love it. You ever heard of Shishini Todoroshi? Yes, I have. It's been a minute. I think I was at a restaurant that I saw that seasoning. I want to say we did it like on a rim of a drink or something. Thank you, Forge. All right, Forge says perfection. Let me grab some of my fresh herbs from right here, right behind me, and we'll put that on top. And we'll have to take a taste, of course. All right. Okay, guys, so fresh basil from my garden and oregano. Okay. And we'll do it like this. Buen provecho. Hold on. Let me grab my chair. Alright. Thank you so much for being here with me today. This is Peace, Love, and Cooking. That's a spicy non-meatball. That's funny. I like that, Grat. And these plant-based crumbles make amazing veggie meatballs. I've done it a lot. It's always a hit. I don't know how to hold this bowl so you can see. I'm like, hold on. This is not a good... Ah! Can you see? Okay, pasta Fazool. Yes, thank you guys for being here. Alright, let's give it a taste. I want to get a little bit of everything. See how we did. We have the beans, carrots, zucchini, the ditalini pasta, the plant-based crumbles we made from scratch. Thanks, Rika. Buen provecho. It's just, yes, the red pepper flakes. It's so necessary with these kind of soups, stews, like, it brings it all together with the flavor. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just so hearty and satisfying. You got all the beans, tons of protein in here between the beans and the soy crumbles. Thank you for that. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Thanks, Soul Sister. What's up? Y'all are in here today. Thank you so much for all of that. Guys, this is so good. I do have some crackers over there. But for plating, I was going to do a side salad to make it look pretty. So, you know, you can totally have bread with this, crackers. You know, it's a soup. Ah, thank you, Soul Sister. The ice cream sundae, so cute. Alright guys, I have gone over my time limit. Thank you so much for being here. Pasta Fazool. The recipe, let me show you the better bowl. The recipe will be on FoodtokTV.com. Here's the big guy. Grat, I want to go live on my page. I told you guys that I was last week and I ended up not, so I don't want to make any promises because, you know, it's a lot with the setup and stuff, but I will do my best to go on my page to go live. So hopefully I'll see you soon. Thank you guys for being here. Que tengan una buena noche. Have the best night, guys. We'll see you next week. Every week, Thursday, 4 p.m. Central Time, out here. Peace, love, and cooking with Des. I'll see you next time. Peace, love, and cooking.